Chris, feels a largely disappointing end after the lads have given so much tonight.
Well, yeah, I get criticised for if I mention anything other than other factors, whether it's referees, finance, anything really. I'm so proud of our players because they're giving our club everything and we haven't gained and got what we want. We've been excellent tonight. We were the better team. We played the better football. We had the better chances. For the second consecutive game we hit the bar. And we had the roughest ride of any other club in the Football League. And it ain't no excuse. So please, any supporter, it isn't Chris Beech having an excuse. It's reality and fact. And I'm so proud how we've responded to that because I'm so ambitious. I'm so hungry, and the players deserve great credit for representing our community without the community there, doing their best at places like this that do have more money than us and do have that opportunity. And I know it was in their press because Michael he mentioned it, so I'm not too sure where we are in the league table of that, but I'm dead proud of the boys. And obviously it's probably not the greatest interview because I'm gutted because we work so hard, we're honest, and we give everything.
How do you deal with that with the boys? Because they know they've worked hard this season, or whatever criticisms are levelled at them for not making it. How do you deal with that with the boys, that they are sat there disappointed and frustrated right now?
We should not get criticised, 100%. And we should celebrate their efforts and energies and try and see off the season in a positive manner, which will be very difficult because at the point of what we talked tonight, it's unlikely, obviously, we can try and get in the playoffs. And that's it, really. So they have to adjust to that because from the first day of having 7 players in the summer, they've worked ever so hard to get to tonight. And it's tonight they now know they can't possibly achieve something they've always aimed for the last 8, 9 months, whatever it is. So that's whacked right down their throats right now. So it's time to reflect on that. But we have to try and respond and play our last 2 fixtures. But we've hit that tsunami. Well, we've hit a few. But again, if I mention them, I get criticised, so I'm not going to.
The game tonight, interesting with the formation and the team selection. What was the thinking behind that 3-5-2?
Well, they've lost 5 games at home, and 4 teams have played 3 at the back, and they're excellent. Obviously at the long throws and corners, but they're excellent as centre halves, all 3 of them, of regaining and retaining the ball. So normal centre halves in League 2 just head it, kick it out of play, deal with the centre forward. These guys, they head it and retain the header and play from that point. So it was important that we didn't allow that to happen, so we needed to try and play 2 up top. But because we play 3 in midfield, it's very difficult to play 2 up top. So it was the only way to go. But 4 out of the 5 teams that have beaten them at home play 3 at the back. So I just looked at that from that perspective, looked at who's available for us, looked at how it frees up Jack and George, and tried to put them under severe pressure, which we did. And we deserve to win, but we haven't.
Fascinating at times to see people like Tanner doing roles I'm sure that he's possibly never done before. Is that what you see in these players, things they can do?
No, he's done it before for Morecambe. He's played left back, right back. He's done it before, but we need to, we've got to respect the opponent, and I 100% congratulate Cheltenham. I really do. Well done to them. Well done for the last couple of years of being very positive and the way they play. They're not just a long throw, but the long throws, they've scored 12 goals from that long throw. That's a massive amounts of points in the situation where they're at, along with corners, as well as the way they play. But they do have seasoned professionals. And I just shook everybody's hand in our changing rooms and said, Jack, well done. It's his first full season. George, well done. It's his first full season. Aaron Hayden, well done. It's his first full season. Callum Guy, well done. It's his first full season where he is the main midfield player, not the one that gets dropped, not the one that plays half a dozen games. Well done. And I went round the room, and then when I looked at that, it is our first full season. So we've got to learn from the bits that we've had, but we've had a lot of discrepancies come our way, and we've done really well handling it, but we haven't got what we want. So I'm really disappointed now, but I am so hungry and ambitious to succeed. But of course, I've got to accept where we are.
We've hated hearing it. I'm sure you and the lads in the dressing room hated hearing those celebrations, but is that something else the lads can learn from?
No, not really. You know, I probably have spoilt a few parties in my time, probably from the clothes I had on, never mind the banter. But no, Cheltenham deserve what they're getting. Well done to the manager, the staff and the players. They deserve it. But we don't deserve not winning tonight. And yeah, referees, move on, Chris Beech.
I'm not going to let you. I mean, Hussey scores the goal, great goal, but I'm wondering if he should he even be on the pitch.
It's not a foul. It's not even a foul. And I watched the clock. I think it was 8 minutes when we got our first one, and we had a corner in 16 seconds that became a goal kick. But no excuses, Chris Beech.
What do you do with the next two games, Chris? Do you experiment, or do you stick to the traits and the beliefs and the players that have served you so well this season?
I don't know. I've got 9 months of driving the club forwards, making standards higher, making us competitive, taking a team that was 5 points from being a relegation to non-league team to where we are, sitting pretty disgruntled with the discrepancy of Christmas that we had. I don't think it's the right time for me to think about that yet. I'm obviously very frustrated because you've got 8-9 months of hard work where I've met players, you know, and David's done unbelievable in the COVID situation to look after the club financially. You know, we do more for less. We do, and that should never be criticised. And anybody who doesn't know the facts should never criticise it.
Benno, any early news on him?
Well, that's that commitment and that player relationship I have with my players. I just said to him in there, you know, thank you, but he's put his body on the line when his contract's up, and that is really commendable. But it was a foul that we didn't get, and I get an injured player. So, and I hope he's okay, because he's a great guy, a really good footballer. Yes, he had his little wobble, and it was difficult as a manager in that period to not play your captain, not play your vice captain, not play Reece Bennett, not play certain players because we haven't been able to train out. I don't want, it's the wrong time, because again it'll be classed as an excuse, and I don't want to use anything.
Last one from me, Reserve Cup tomorrow. What do you do with that? Is that a chance for the young boys just in this crazy week that we're having?
Well, we'll get home at 3-4 o'clock or whatever it is, so thank you everybody for putting it on that day. We've got a team obviously to represent us. It's nice to have a stronger team in such, but it's a good opportunity for some of the first year pros. I thank them as well for their patience because they haven't had much opportunity, but that's because the standards have gone up. That's because the team's playing higher. So if you want to get in this team, you've got to be better. And I just said to everybody in there, including staff, we've got to be better.